It's turned on now.
I don't know how the light is now. Okay. How many of you felt that you received something? Yeah. Anybody here not receive anything, but you just had a good time writing? Great, you know, yeah. Andrew, we're gonna start with you. Did you get an answer to anything you'd asked? You don't have to tell us what the question was, but do you feel like you got an answer?
I got one very surprising answer. Yeah, I got 3 answers actually.
Good.
I only had 4 pages, and it was like yes or no, and I was so near being not here that I kind of jumbled the questions in my head, so they're kind of like not as really clear as I would like them, but the 2 of them I got real clear answers to.
Okay, good. And could you hear it in your head, or could
I
you
heard it in
feel
my head.
Could
and
you feel it in your hand?
I heard it in my head before I wrote it, so I knew what I was gonna write.
Right.
While I was doing it, I was going, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
you're going, oh, I'm writing that. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
But mostly yes or no, and then it started writing something, and I was so sloppy I can't read some of it.
no, that's okay. You know, whoever you're channeling doesn't necessarily have good penmanship.
Do you want me
So-
to turn on the light?
Do we need it?
Do you need the light to see what you've written?
Oh.
You can tell it's sloppy and that you can't
Yeah.
read it.
I get to
Yeah.
live all this.
Now, but remember, you can do this anytime, anywhere. It's amazing once you start doing it. For me, when I was writing, there was 2 people, and it's very interesting. And I'll show you, but you can just tell there was 2 people. One person was one, the other was a completely different person who came in.
Were you asking a question? Okay.
Yeah, and one of the answers, I don't even know what it says, but it sure went on about it. And so that's interesting, and, yeah. Okay, Luann, how'd you do?
I didn't feel like I got answers from anybody. It's really, my questions are the same, they've been all year long, so
Mhm.
it's, yeah, it's just out there. In the universe.
Did you hear anything, or did you feel anything?
No, I didn't.
Did you-
Felt calm. I always feel calm with when you lead a meditation, so I was like, oh.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, keep coming.
Yeah.
We like having you here for a meditation. But when you were, because I saw you writing, was that just you kind of
Trying to,
things-
yeah, just trying to, you know, I'm not new to this, different, but, freehand writing, I did when I was, working with the races, and that's how, and I'd score, and I never looked at my paper
Mhm.
until the end of the race, and then you have to reconcile it, but, so, I'm not uncomfortable with it, I guess is my only point, but, yeah, just talking to my spirit guide, which I love to do anyway, so,
Wonderful.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm putting responsibility on her.
Make
Okay,
your
you go get the answer.
Spirit guide's responsible, huh?
Yeah.
And Craigie, did you have a good sleep?
I did.
Okay.
Naparoo.
Yeah. I feel so, meditation is the best time to sleep, for me,
Yeah.
because it's safe, it's
Yeah.
deep, it's,
I see my cats do it every day.
yeah, right. They know how to do it.
Joan, number 1.
So I'm new to this, so no, I
And
didn't.
you have your feet on some papers. I think, did you put paper down there that you wrote on?
Yeah,
You might want to pull it up and see if you, anything.
See if there's something important there.
Yeah, yeah, no.
didn't feel it here either, but I did feel like I had relaxed. And I can feel the difference in the temperature in my body, so I was able to achieve that.
Good,
So,
good.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And I didn't see anybody really making circles, but making circles gets you into this because it,
I did that.
yeah, get your hand going and it puts you, your brain says, oh, I don't have to be sitting around, we're just making circles, and it kind of gets you out of your your conscious brain,
Larger circles.
of any kind.
Any kind.
Yeah. Okay, Joan, number 2.
Well, when I relaxed and got into meditation, I got a message that my husband was very upset about something. So, I did a bunch of doodling around. He can't find the cats. Well, the cats don't go anywhere, so that's why I want to call him. The cats don't go anywhere, but they hide from him, and he gets very upset. Okay, so I didn't get any. I got a little bit of scribbling, but I got a lot of channel. I guess you call it channel ideas.
Good.
So that was good. I got the solution to global warming.
All right.
It's global loving.
I love that. How to warm up the earth, more loving.
Now that's the solution. If we do global
Cool down
loving,
the earth, cool down the earth.
the earth will be okay.
That's great, that's great.
Start a movement.
But can you tell you kind of get out of your everyday, although with your husband, I'm sure that puts you right back into the everyday, but when you do this and you just relax and just take yourself out of the everyday mundane things and just let things flow, you'll be surprised how much you can do. And you've got a cute little smile on your face, Joan. What's happening?
We love you. Let's see. We love your energy, Joan. It enlightens the world. Global warming. The solution is global loving.
That sounds like a spirit guide. They're always
So
so
they
kind and
always have
loving.
those wonderful things to say. It sounds like a spirit guide, yeah. They don't say global warming, shut off your tap or something like that. They always come up with something.
Yeah, and think about it, If we love the earth,
Right,
good stuff would happen.
yeah,
Anyway, it was pretty interesting.
very good. Thank
Indeed.
you. Thank you, Kathleen.
So, yeah, that kind of, I like sort of getting into the image of the white light and then kind of just sort of letting the mind sort of just like open up, in that. So I guess I visualize
Mhm.
and that kind of helps and then just sort of wait for things. And it's like, I didn't really feel like, oh wow, there's this voice and then I'm reading, but just kind of more open to like, well, it's not me thinking, how am I gonna answer this question,
Uh-huh.
And it's more like, so there was a question I had, and then just, if a word came, then I would write it like that.
Right, good, good.
And then, a little pink unicorn wanted to be drawn to.
Oh, good, I love it.
Draw me,
Love
draw
that.
me.
Draw me, I love it. That is so perfect. And I'm not good at drawing, and I forget to say, a lot of people, the drawings that people do and the paintings that people do is just they start out with either a pencil and sketching, and all of a sudden it just goes. Or they start out with a brush and they paint, and all of a sudden they go, I didn't know I was gonna paint that. Have you ever heard people say that?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea. And sometimes architects will say, well, I thought I had a barn and I ended up with a palace, something like that, that they have a preconceived idea. When they get out of that preconceived idea and just be and let spirit come through, they're amazed at the results. It's very, very interesting. Yeah.
So, one was kind of like about like the earth and the environment, global warming. Also, it just sort of came through. It was like what one does affects the whole, like a homing beacon, a quasar pulsing the energy, picking up the pieces after catastrophes and lovely events equally, no judgment.
Whoa. Kind of goes with global loving.
Really? We were on the same moonbeam.
Okay, Donna, how'd you do?
Well, when I first started out, and it felt similar to using a Ouija board.
Yeah,
You know, you had that similar sense, which is always a little uncomfortable for me, because I don't really like the Ouija board. But first, I asked for the High Spirit Guide, and this came in, the name is Eileen, and I asked if she was related to me. She said no, but I asked if she was related to some of my relatives, because I had an Aunt Eileen. And she said yes, but she didn't really have very much to say.
well,
So,
huh,
yeah, so I asked for a different,
I
I
don't
asked if
blame you.
anyone else was there. And this person came in, find that, this person came in named Frederick. And he said he was one of my relatives, and I asked him what year he was from, and he said he was from 1211, and he was in Germany. And here it says Frederick, and he was in Germany, and I asked him if he had any message for me, and he put yes, and then something about the Lord, but it looks like Lord of Light or something. I didn't really review these, so I'm kind of reviewing them now.
that's fine.
And then I can't really make out what he's saying. That's when he said he was in 1211 in Germany. And then I can't remember the questions I was asking, but I have yes, no, no, yes. And then, yeah, oh, and then I asked if he knew anything about my grandmother, and he said yes. And I asked if she'd ever loved anyone in her life, and he wrote down Miller, who was her second husband, and he died when she was pregnant, and she didn't really, she kind of closed off after that, which I had expected. So, and then I thanked him for coming, because we were near the end of this, so it was really interesting for me.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, and every once in a while, when you're looking at the different ways of getting in touch with spirit, you'll find one that really works for you, and this obviously really works for you. And that's great, and just try it. You can do it anywhere. It's really nice to do when you're sitting in the airport and you want to shut off all the noise and everything else. You just bring out your pad. And you can see why I said have your page like this, because they do go on, and that's what we were doing. But that definitely is a tool for you. That's fantastic. Yes, Vinnie, what happened?
Well, this is a little different than I normally do, because normally they talk into my deaf ear, and I write it. But this time I was just not lifting the paper or the pencil, and I would hear it at the same time I was writing it. I am here, I am Billy Selfridge from 1952. I saw Billy Selfridge die in a car accident. I was 100 yards behind him in the car.
Wow.
I was killed. I attached myself to you, and you got rid of me. I am sorry. And then it was, I am here, I am Dad, I'm here, I am happy that you're happy, we are fine and happy, and bye.
A man of few words.
That was my father. Carol, I'm here, yes, I am fine, hard to write, very happy now, no more hurt. We are pleased and happy. And then there was just scribbles. And that was it. I tried to get Billy to come back, but it didn't work.
Do you think of him often?
I'm sorry?
Do you think of him?
Very seldom. I found out in 1973, when I had my first experience with pot, that he was attached, his subconscious was attached to me, and I managed to get rid of him. And that's when everything changed, because I was doing things at that time through most of my life I couldn't explain, and I'd have these I'd wind up in the middle of something and not know how I got there, and I thought I was losing my mind. Well, I wasn't in it, it was somebody else,
Wow.
but I managed to get rid of him.
Did that cause you to drink or use drugs or want to run away or anything?
No, Oh, I drank, but it was, I never got outrageous or anything, except the first time I had champagne. I stayed drunk for a week. Every time I drink water, I'd get drunk again. It tasted so good, we killed the whole bottle.
Because when you think of a lot of people, when this happens to them and they hear this voice, they try to cover it up or run away from it, and
I wasn't hearing a voice or anything. I would just be doing something, and all of a sudden I'd realize, this isn't the kind of thing I do. And it was like somebody was pushing me.
wow.
And for a long time, I thought I was losing it.
How did you recognize him?
Well, when I got stoned, I mean literally, I was dating this lady. Excuse me, she was silver mind control instructor.
She was what?
And she cooked
Silver
up a
mine.
whole lid of pot and some brownies, and I didn't
Silver
know
mine
it,
control.
and I love brownies, so I had 6 of
It's
them.
a-
Oh, yes, I
Guy
went
that
up to
taught
Con,
me.
I says, now listen here, Con, we're gonna have a talk.
It was a method of.
And we had a talk.
Oh, you should write that. That is so wonderful. I just
Yeah,
went up
I'm
to
telling
God
you,
and shook my finger in
was-
his face. We're gonna have
He's
a
laughing.
and God's laughing.
And that's when I recognized that there was something attached to me.
Mm.
And then I recognized Billy and told him to leave and go into the light, and he did.
And so how long ago was that?
76.
So he just came back to let you know that
Yeah, he was sorry.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah.
But I've done automatic writing before, but I was doing it for specific purpose.
Mhm,
And so that would come through and I'd get this voice in my ear and I'd just write it down.
mhm.
It was like,
Like you were taking dictation.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Right, right. And that's fine too.
Yeah, whatever works, works.
Right, and so it's wonderful.
I didn't think to ask for spirits to talk to me. I'll have to do that.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else have anything to say? I don't know, but this one said, tonight's the night, there are emergencies in the path of Congress. And I thought, is that the US Congress? Is that the state Congress?
Which Congress?
And what
Congress
emergencies
brings-
are in the path of it?
Congress, Congress means,
Uniting, yeah,
yeah, it could be mercantile,
yeah.
you know.
Could be anything, but that's the only, the rest were the wonderful scribbles that a lot of you are doing, and that one just came out in number 2. And I said, what do you want me to know? That's what they said. And and then I've got a lot of yeses. I don't know why Cyrus likes the wise, so I had a lot of yeses from Cyrus, and then this one that is completely different. I don't know who that's from. So, okay, you ready to do it again?
Sure. Maybe could we have like a bio break?
You may have a bio break, you can get water, you can get cookies.